Welcome back to Dark Nexus. Tonight, it's Act 3, Chapter 109. We are still in the Enchanted Wood with Safari Dora, Ranger Grip, Frogwick. Are you still
Frogwick?
You're a frog today, and of course our completely falling apart real world Vic.
Slingtoad.
Slingtoad, evil sister, great warrior, and dead eyes.
Sister to who?
Herself.
Maybe it's a question to ask when you get back to the zoo.
I want to know.
So we are 150 feet up in a very bright and sunny, gloriously bright and sunny patch of the Enchanted Wood. Dabwick is called a halt, because out on the branch that you now have to cross to get to where you're going to have a fight with the alpha tree tiger, Dabs has spotted a human man, bound, gagged, and staked to a 10-foot long leaf hanging off the side of this branch. There's no branches below this leaf, so it looks like a clean drop 150 feet down to the forest floor below. Nothing above it. So this looks like a man in maybe his 30s. He is dressed in sort of a green tunic, very sensible pair of pants, leather boots. He's got blonde hair, kind of a dirty dishwater blonde beard. He looks very normal, very human, very similar to a lot of the humans in the part of the world where Dabwick is from. So a little olivey skinned, a little more like Mediterranean in look than some of the more pasty, paler northern types.
Is the leaf, is it coming out of the branch like perpendicular, and so he's laying on it like it's a mattress, or is it hanging down and he's like
the first? So
okay.
the leaf is jutting out, and he is splayed out in what looks like almost like a sacrificial pose.
What kind of man dreams himself here?
Exactly, says the person who has dreamed themselves here. Let me take you to a map. Right now, we're sort of hidden around the corner of this giant elm tree that you're traveling around. I'm guessing maybe taking some cover, laying low.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the plan first? But let's give me some stealth checks.
Oh boy.
What could go wrong? I ask as Robert chuckles.
It's my time to shine.
Here we go.
Oh. Well, might as well just call it out.
Dabs.
35.
Stealth?
Stealth. It was a 17 on the die plus 18.
Holy crap balls. Vic.
28.
Grip.
I rolled a 3. I'm just going to round that down to a 2.
Okay. Good to know. And Dora?
Well, that makes me feel much better about my 9.
Alrighty.
We're arguing about Zoogs.
So, Dabs has caught sight of this situation that is very clearly, if not a trap, then something fishy. Something clearly is going on here. The way this man is staked out in the sunlight. And as you watch him from the cover of around the crook of this tree, you're not seeing evidence that this is some sort of repeating illusion. It is generating sound. He is moving slightly, though he seems to be incredibly injured. And he's got his arms, staked out to the side, and he's struggling like faintly against these bonds, but he seems to be taking deliberate care to not move too much.
Does your comment about it not showing telltale signs of an illusion take into account using the gem?
Oh, does someone want to use the gem?
Yeah. I peek through it.
Okay, here we go again. So looking through the gem, Johnny.
Yeah.
Vic sees that the situation that's happening with the leaf is 100% real. That leaf is there. That man is actually staked to it. He is actually struggling against these bonds.
The thing that I see, in addition to that, are the people around them waiting to attack whatever it is that hunts it.
are the 4 bone-white, glowing, emaciated elven children with huge blank eyes, curled horns, viciously clawed hands, and rapidly flapping transparent wings. There are these 4 clearly fey creatures hovering in the air about, let's say 30 feet above the height of this man staked out there. I got some art for you. How's that for a nightmare?
Oh yeah, that's definitely nightmarish.
No, thank you.
So they are hovering in open air, out in the broad daylight, and they are apparently invisible. Give me what is this here? Oh, it's Faye. Give me a knowledge nature check. See if you recognize these things.
Yes, I shall. Actually, before I do that,
Yep.
I'm gonna take a little drink of an extract.
Oh wait, they also are looking over at you, like watching you, like waiting for you to come out and help this guy. Like they absolutely have spotted the group of you.
Fantastic. Then I'm gonna totally do the thing of I'm gonna say in Taldane. Checks out. There's nothing there. Hold
Great.
on.
Great.
Just gonna take a couple things before we go over there.
Is that the language you want to use?
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to oh well no. Hear people speak Aklo.
You've heard people speak Aklo and Sylvan.
I don't speak Sylvan.
Okay.
I mean, it could also speak Aklo and Taldane and see if people if they understand that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm attempting to deceive them.
I understand. So you're attempting first
What about us?
with Taldane.
Right. You're gonna let you know too.
Why don't you make your check first? Let's see if you recognize these before shit gets weird.
Well, I want to drink an extract to help me recognize them.
All right, so you're drinking it and you're calming down the group that everything seems to be okay.
Yep.
They all have wee little daggers. They're
my
small size, so they're basically like the size of Dabwick.
What knowledge?
Nature. Oh, they weigh 20 pounds. They're just emaciated. With these huge heads, big blank eyes.
Terrible roll. That's a 16.
Okay, you do not know what you're looking at.
Deborah can't make a check yet until
And we can't see them. And right now, Vic is pretending that everything's cool.
got it.
Give me that bluff check there too, buddy.
That I will do. 25.
All right, they seem to be watching you with interest and kind of a dead-eyed hunger on their face, and they seem to be, for the moment, convinced that you're just stalling for a second and things seem cool.
Excellent. I'm going to drink one more extract.
Keep pushing your luck, okay?
That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep pushing my luck.
So we can see him drinking these extracts,
Yes.
right? We could also cast spells while this is happening.
Yeah. You gonna cast a spell?
I'm gonna cast Slate Skin.
Roll initiative. There we go. We pushed our luck too far.
3 times as funny.
Yeah. 4 is a fight.
I just want to cut one thing's head off
I know, right?
with this Vorpal weapon.
We got lots of gifts to go.
Many miles before we sleep.
Okay, let's go in the same order that we went for the perception checks. Dabwick
10.
and Vic.
17.
And Gripper.
15.
Okay, and Dora.
20.
Nice. So, Paul, what spell did you cast? You got that spell off in what I'll consider to be our surprise round there.
That was Slate Skin.
Slate Skin is active. You can go ahead and turn that on.
Thank you.
So, Vic, chugging down extracts, looking with his other hand through the gem of seeing, sees these 4 creatures watch with interest and dead-eyed malice as what appears to be a round of buffing passes along to the halfling who starts casting spells, and they all cock their heads and smile this wicked, sharp-toothed uncouth grin. Their mouths, when they open up, seem to be filled with a few too many teeth. Little needle-sized shark teeth that are all kind of angled in. It's really amazing. They start acting.
Great.
But at least they can fly, so that'll be awesome for us.
Do you have a magic bow?
I do have a magic bow. I'm not good with it.
So, Vic, looking through the gem, you can see...
I have drank or see invisibility, so now I can see them. Or that's my assumption anyways.
It is true. And this is such a bizarre application of invisibility. You've never seen anything like this. The typical way this works is the way Katie has sort of described it, about this idea of the magic kind of bending light around the subjects to sort of mask, like camouflage style, to make you see through the space where things are. These things seem to be soaking in the sunlight and radiating at such a bright level that they are becoming kind of effectively invisible in the light there. And it seems almost like a natural function of their being. It does not look like the way invisibility has seemed to him before in any other application of it. It is it seems to be a process of their physiology rather than an application of a magic spell.
Just what they do.
It's just what they do. So one of them, move this token to a layer on the map where you can see it, Johnny, since your character can. None of the rest of you have any idea that it is there, because when it does the thing that it does not become visible. It stays invisible. There is a flurry of activity, like a buzzing of wings, and Johnny, you see this one wrench his hand out and point menacingly at Dabwick. Dabwick, you feel this intense suffocation of all light around you, like the light is being stripped away from you, and you feel yourself, gosh, just suffocating in darkness. I need you to make a fortitude save.
Oof. That's a 17.
You keeping that?
Yes.
You do not go blind. And then this creature maneuvers its way until it's hovering about 30 feet, almost directly over the man staked down to the leaf. Again, only Vic can see this. Another one.
Can I make any kind of rolls about what they're doing, like spellcraft checks or anything?
Yes, go ahead.
Awesome. That is a 24.
Blindness, deafness is what was just cast on Dabwick. Another one maneuvers into position, soars over until it is, again, almost, but not quite, directly over this man, seeming to form the beginnings of a shape over this dude, reaches out a clawed hand and gestures at you, Vic. You feel this same sensation of all of the light being snuffed out around you and darkness being shoved down your throat. Give me a fortitude save.
Oh, that is a 25.
How many action points and inspiration points would you like to use?
That was a natural 20, so I'm going to say none.
Natural 20, you are golden. Dora, you're up. So, the only thing you're aware of is Dabwick and Vic around you seeming to momentarily suffocate as they're struggling through some sort of physical sensation that you are not experiencing. And there has been no sound of spell casting. And you are aware of, as I've described the motion of these creatures to this position over the man on the leaf, you were loosely aware of motion in the air. They did not become visible to you, but it seems as though when they move, they might be slightly less invisible, whatever that may mean, but they're still invisible.
I also saw Vic with the gem.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
So Dora's going to draw her scroll of invisibility and cast it through the...
The robe.
Yes!
See invisibility?
See invisibility. What did I say?
You said invisibility.
No.
Okay.
See invisibility.
So, Dora, you're able to now see them. There are a total of 4 of them.
There are 4 of them. I'll try to direct you, I guess. I don't know what I can do about that. This is a personal spell, or I'd give it to Grip.
You
So
could, you could indicate that they're 30 feet above the man.
Yeah, I will say all that.
Okay.
Mainly, I don't want to make myself a target, so I might take a 5-foot step behind someone.
At the moment, you are in the back of the group, if that is helpful at all.
That's where I want to be.
Okay. Relative to where they are, you were the furthest away from them. Another one gestures down towards Vic. Attempts to blind him. Give me a fortitude save, Vic, as you feel all the light being pulled out from your space.
That is a 20.
Keeping that?
Yep.
All right, you are golden. And then the thing flies into formation above the man. Vic, you're finally up next.
Excellent. I will move, and as I move, I will draw Vanity on the go, loading it with...
Are you dropping the Gem of Seeing, or are you keeping it in your hand so that you won't be able to reload?
I will drop it at Grip's feet.
Got it.
Can I stand here without being in...
All of the green patch there is difficult terrain from the thick fungus. I think you're fine in that square that you've stopped in.
Okay.
So Vic closes the distance about halfway between where the rest of the party is and where this man is staked out in a sacrificial fashion on this leaf, stopping just on the edge as the fungus licks his toes, casting eerie, eldritch green light up onto him. What do you do then?
I narrow my eyes at this lurker
Yes, lurker
Who
number
is
3.
closest to me, and loading a shot with cold iron.
So 30 feet above you. I think you're good, yeah.
That should be good. I fire. Trying to clip it in the wing.
The old wing clip.
The old wing clip, see? That is an 18 touch.
You keeping that?
I am.
That's a hit.
For 9 points.
And what kind of cartridge was this?
Cold iron.
It seems to take all of that. A nice, hefty blow against this creature. And as opposed to the encounter with the tick belong, where you were doing like 14 or 17 points of damage and it wasn't even flinching, it seems to feel that. Like that seems to be a blow that it takes. Oh, and of course it's gonna hiss in fury as it feels the cold iron pass through its fey body.
And I'm going to say in Taldane, back away. This is your last chance.
It cocks its head at you, hovering there in the air on its dragonfly wings, and it says in Sylvan, which I believe you don't understand and only Dora does,
We just want you to help us. Come help us.
What I hear is,
Well, they sound nice.
well, actually, what Sylvan wouldn't sound like that. Sylvan
No.
would sound
Sylvan's
like
a
what? It
pretty-
would sound
it would
like
sound like leaves passing through
musical,
the trees and
Fucking-
Water babbling
fucking
through
unicorns.
the stones.
the
unicorns.
tinkling of bells.
I am a unicorn. I am here to save you.
The fourth one soars down to join this formation over the man, and as it reaches its position, hovering in space, it gestures down at Vic. Give me another save, buddy.
I
Fortitude.
will do my best. Whew. There it is.
Did your
There's the
luck
one.
run out?
There it is. Finally. Yep. I rolled an 8. So now I'm trying to decide if it's worthwhile to try to blow anything. All right, I'm going to blow the inspiration to see if I can get it high enough to then make it worth blowing an action point.
Okay.
All right, let's see here. A 3 is not very good, so no, I'm not gonna spend, because that would be, well, I could still get high. Oh God, I hate this so much.
You know the consequences. The
No, I
consequences
know the
is
kinds
that
of-
you're
I'm
blind.
I know.
Permanently.
Yeah.
Permanently.
In the dreamlands.
Yes. This lucid dream body would be blind.
Until the next time we come back. Right?
Yeah.
Fine. I will
I'm
spend-
starting to get it.
Yeah, yeah.
You want to guess how many action/shame points I have left now?
I do. Yeah, I was going to say 3.
Anybody else got any
Ollie?
guesses?
I'll say 4.
I have 3, so I'll guess you have 2.
3 is the magic number.
All right.
That is a 6 for a 17.
You are not blind, my
Oh!
friend.
Oh, God. Oh, gosh.
Grip, you're up. This has to be so insane. You're watching Vic fire the gun up into nothingness.
Do I have a sense of what square he was targeting? Or the fact that we've got the other dimension of movement is...
He's firing up in open space, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
You got the Gem of Seeing on the ground next to you. Although I can also see an argument for leaving it for Dabs, because Dabs might actually know.
yeah, I don't...
What the fuck you're dealing with?
That's...
Yeah, that's right.
I think it is safest to assume I probably don't travel with the bow out. I think I probably travel
Yeah, you indicated
with the
That's-
scimitar.
Ranger Grip had the machete scimitar out.
Right.
Well, through the information that has been called to you in this insanely quick flurry of activity, it does seem as though this is a real person who's really under threat out there. In case that informs anything about your...
For all I know, he deserved to be staked to that
There we
leaf.
go. Yeah. Everyone deserves a leaf
so
to their head.
cynical.
No, just neutral. I think though he will assume that at some point they may close with him.
Okay.
He will provisionally take blind fight as a swift action,
Okay.
and he will move. Careful not to kick the gem off the tree. He'll move 5, 10, 15 feet to the south and take up a position behind Vic.
Very good.
And wait to see what happens.
Dabwick, you're up at the bottom of the round here. Their gem is on the ground right next to you.
None of them are actually visible to Dabwick at the moment.
You can see nothing
I can see nothing
except this human man, Vic and Grip.
and Dora.
Dora's real. She's there.
Dabwick's going to move east to close with Dora.
Yeah.
And cast Sheltering Wall on her.
Okay.
Standard action, touch an ally, summon a blockade of floating stone.
Nice.
I love it.
Partial cover for 7 rounds.
Very good.
Take it.
Do you want to pick up the gem then?
Yes.
So picking it up, looking through it, you can see these 4 terrifying creatures hovering in the air above this man. You're now able to make a knowledge nature check if you want to see if you can figure out what these are.
That's what I'll do. Ooh, 17. Yeah. That was a 5. That was a 5 on the die.
Ooh.
Oh, terrifying mystery to everybody involved. But you can now see them. That's the end of round 1. Top of round 2. Lurker 1 soars down, closing with Vic, floating in empty space, and seems to ready in action. Another lurker soars down into a flanking position. Can just get there by edging around to the east there and not moving through your threatened space. And once arriving there, the 2 lash out with their daggers from a flank.
Still invisible?
Still invisible. They do not become visible when this happens. Okay, so you can see them so they don't get any benefit to their attack, and you are not flat-footed. So this is just against your normal AC. 24,
Hits.
and the second one, yeah, 25.
Yep.
Here we go.
Flanking.
They're coming at me from both sides. Nine points of damage from the first dagger. 16 points of damage from the second. These two are attacking like rogues, as you can probably imagine. And as both of these blades cut through your armor and find purchase in your flesh, they both of those wounds start to burn. I need 2 fortitude saves from you.
God.
Against poison.
Criminy.
These lurkers are poison.
That is a 16.
Keeping it.
Yeah.
And the second save?
And a 19.
16 was a fail.
Whew.
Oh, great.
You take 3 more damage to your hit points as the poison courses through your system, and you are now weakened on the strength poison track. -2 penalty on all strength-based attack rolls, damage rolls, skill checks, and ability checks. Luckily, that won't affect you too much. Carrying capacity divided by 3, always considered to be carrying a medium load. So your speed is down to 20.
Great.
Oh boy.
Hate that.
So, again, how surreal to the Gripper, who's standing 5 feet away from this, is just seeing wounds open up on Vic as Vic collapses in clearly poisoned agony. Dora, you're up.
I was going to try to finish off the... I mean, it doesn't really matter because the other ones will just swoop in. So I think Dora's going to spend a point from her Phrenic pool to cast Magic Missile on the injured one, number 3.
Yep.
And attach Detect Thoughts to it to try to gain an understanding of what the F might be going on.
Oh, yeah. All right. So
She doesn't believe they only want us to help. Obviously.
So, roll damage.
Yep.
We know these hit automatically.
This is just the regular 1d4 because I can only attach 1 Phrenic Amplification per spell, and I've chosen the other ones.
So 4 void missiles soar out.
12 damage.
Nice. Missiles thud into the creature, doing a hefty amount of damage there. How does this amplification work? Do they get a save?
If the linked spell doesn't already require an attack roll or allow a saving throw, the target can attempt a will saving throw to avoid the thought detection effect only. The DC is calculated using the linked spell's level, and all other bonuses would apply if the linked spell is allowed a will save.
Got it.
which it's not.
All right, so make a will save here. 12.
Nope.
So your void missiles streak out, slam into this invisible creature, and in that moment of pain and agony that it experiences, your minds briefly become linked. You are inside the brain of something that just doesn't think the way you think. This is so
alien.
clearly a fey creature. It is processing its environment in different ways. Its motivations seem weird, but you get this strong undercurrent of need. It wants to go home, and the only way it can go home is if it has 4 more bodies.
It's definitely trying to kill us all.
You taking a move?
Well, I don't want to lose this sheltering wall.
Hanging tight behind your sheltering wall. Lurker number 3, the one
But I do have a move action left, and I can see Vic, and I can see the lurkers.
Oh, yes, you can.
So,
Vic, hang in there, my friend. They feel pain.
Yeah,
Give them some.
Me too.
Lurker number 3, the one that has taken the damage so far, soars down to the north of Vic and seems to wait, setting up a full surround of Vic by invisible, emaciated elven children who are visible in the sunlight. Vic, you're up. You've got lurkers on 3 sides of you now.
and I should say I was probably talking about one of the ones that was flanking him.
Oh, yeah, which one?
So, number 1, I guess.
Okay. At the top of your turn, give me a fortitude save against the poison coursing through your system.
Mother. Natural 20.
Oh, excellent. All right. So you are going to remain weakened on the strength poison track. However, it does seem as though you have fought the effects of the poison off, and it is no longer progressing. You got a lurker to the east, to the west, and to the north, and a grip right adjacent to you, but who can't see any of this.
What do I want to do?
And the man on the leaf is desperately staring at you, like beads of sweat coursing down his face in the humid air here, and he is doing a deliberate gesture with his eyes, like looking down at the leaf and sort of shaking his head, very clearly indicating don't come
touch
out
this
here.
leaf.
Yes.
It will drop and I will fall.
Yep.
Don't grab the leaf, anybody. And then I am going to... Oh, what do I want to do? They're all going to attack me if I try to move. Oh, these are all bad choices. I'm going to take a 5-foot step.
Great.
And then I'm going to aim at lurker number 3 and go. It's your funeral.
So provoking from lurker number 1.
Provoking from lurker number 1.
Oh, Johnny. 22.
That just hits.
Oh my goodness. 2 points of damage.
And
Fortunately, no poison left on that blade, so just the 2 damage.
I will gladly take that.
Take it.
All right.
All right, you're firing at number 3, the one that has been blasted already.
Yep.
If
you couldn't guess it, I am also bloodied at this point.
At this point, Robert,
Yes.
since the thing that he's firing at is right next to you, and you all are in close proximity on what is essentially the ground here, I think you've got at least one square you could target.
The Lurker 3 square.
The Lurker 3 square, and you probably know something's in the square to the south of you.
Okay.
What'd you get, Johnny?
That is a 28
That's a hit.
touch. And that is 8 points, and I'm going to go ahead and spend my studied strike to add another
It hisses in fury like a cat.
6 and 2, another 8 for 16 points of cold iron damage.
Takes all of it, screaming in pain. Those of you that can see it would assess it as being very seriously injured. It's still ticking, but it is on its last legs at this moment.
Just to your right, Grip. Just to your right.
Number 4 swoops down into a flank now, flanking Vic from the south with number 1. Here comes the dagger. Yeah, that's a hit. And a sneak attack again. 15 points of damage, and give me a fortitude save for the new round of poison coming through you.
Oh, God.
22. No, I'm sorry, 26. I feel good about that.
On exposure to poison, regardless of whether the save succeeds, you take the poison damage. All right, so 3 more points of damage.
I am down to a single point.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Gripper, you are up. You are watching Vic get absolutely savaged, and you can't see anything that's happening. Oh, this is grotesque.
Yeah. I'll take a full attack on the square he just told me. Where Lurker 3 is.
Got it. And you have blind fight going, right?
I do have blind fight going.
All right.
Also, since I've got combat stamina now. Blind fight, once per round, when you hit a creature that benefits from concealment, you can spend 2 stamina points to ignore the mischance from that creature's concealment until the end of my next turn.
Oh, man.
All right.
That's amazing.
Well, that's fucking cool.
That's huge.
All
Are
right.
we ready? Ready to go? Okay.
Let's
so
do
first,
it.
17. I'm going to... What were you hitting with, Johnny?
They're all touch
20s.
attacks.
20s.
attacks.
Touch attacks, right.
Useless information.
Stupid sexy touch attacks.
You can't see them, but they are little flighty things that have high dex, probably. But other than that, don't.
High dex, no armor.
Yeah.
They just seem fast and like little fairies.
Let's spend. I'm gonna spend 5. We gotta figure some shit out.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend 5 of these stamina points
Bring it up to 22.
to bring that up to a 22.
That is a hit. Let's check concealment. 1 through 50, and you miss.
Roll that shit again.
I'm going to roll it again. So that was a 48.
Come on.
Oh, no.
Garbage.
And a 7 on a D100. All right.
But that's just the first attack.
That's true.
I still have one more.
And you can always blow an action point to take a third if you want or need to. It's been a hot second since we were fighting on staircases, so
Right.
that may be a reminder that.
All right. Second attack.
Yep, bring it.
No, that's an 11. I'm not going to spend anything on that.
All right. Do you want to take a third attack? Here.
Yes, let's do that. I'll blow an action. I don't think I've spent an action point yet.
Oh, throw your points away. Do it. Does this feel like action, shame, terror, free will?
This is terror.
Terror. This is a terror point.
All right, third attack.
Here we go. That's your highest attack bonus.
Crap.
What'd you get?
I got a 14.
Want to throw some more stamina at that?
No, because I can only spend up to 5.
Per attack, right?
Right, but that was so I could only get to a 19.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that a 19 hits. I'm not going to throw them away.
Okay.
Now that I know a 22 hits. Yeah, I'm done.
Fair enough. Grip is lashing out in blind terror as the lurker is ducking and dodging and weaving out of his way. And then we get to, at the end of the round here, we get to Dabwick. The timing counter on your wall of cover that's protecting Dora ticks down. You've got the Gem of Seeing in hand. You can see all of the horror and madness of what's transpiring here. You're about, looks about 30 feet away from the closest of these lurkers. What do you want to do here?
Dabwick moves 20 feet to the west.
Yeah.
And casts Rope Tornado.
Oh, God.
I don't know what it is, but I love it already.
A
that up.
spiraling twister of tornado force wind surges forth from your palm
my
and
God.
balancing those it rushes over. Creatures on the ground within the area are knocked prone.
Sorry, Vic.
Sorry, Vic. A flying creature within the spell's area must instead succeed at a DC 25 fly check or plummet to the ground.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like to the ground or like the branch?
Well, they're both over the... Well, I would say lurker number 1 would go to the ground. Lurker 4 would be slammed down onto the branch.
Creatures that are medium or smaller in size take a -2 penalty to that DC 25 fly check.
Vic's on the ground, so he's making a reflex save. Let's do that first.
All right. 24.
All right, so you stay on your feet,
Dabs, what the hell?
but the 2 small flying creatures take a -2 penalty on a DC 25 fly check. Here we go. Number 1. Because of the -2 penalty, and only because of it, number 1 plummets 150 feet to the ground.
Oh, that's going to leave a mark.
So is that
Taking
15d6 damage?
I'm going to roll it publicly. Why not, right?
I hope it lands on a big pile of cold iron.
Just to add insult to injury.
They just have cold iron.
59 points of damage. Oh my god, it is so fucking dead.
That's great.
I can't even
so great.
explain
Yes, wow.
how dead and splatted it is on the ground so far below. Let's check the other one here. 2 on the die.
Yeah.
So the lurker to the south of Vic is slammed to the ground and is currently in the prone position. Woo! That is fun. Rope Tornado. I've never even heard of this spell. This is fun.
No damage from that fall, though, yeah.
No. All right. Round 3. Lurker 1 is dead. Gonna get that shit out of this tracker. Lurker number 2. Ooh, yeah, flying, so not impacted by the difficult terrain of the fungus. Oh, hang on. It doesn't have the hover feet. I think I have to make a fly check at this moment. All right, it's good. So it adjusts to the northeast, so it's now flanking Grip with the very injured lurker. Now, still invisible, but doesn't get any benefit to these attacks. All right, so these are attacks against your actual AC, Robert, not against your flat-footed armor class. But you are caught in a flank here, and you know these things attack like rogues. Here comes the dagger. 28.
Yep.
16 points of damage. Oh, they are very, very precise, deadly strikes coming from these things. Dora, you're up.
Fort save.
No, its poison has already been used.
Good.
Grip's been swinging at number 3.
Correct. That one's looking real bad.
But he knows it's there.
And he now knows. He absolutely knows where the
up
attack that just
next.
hit him came from. Yeah,
But it's up next and it's flanking.
that is true.
All right, Dora will spend another Phoenix Pool point to focus force on her magic missiles and do 2 on number 3 and 2 on the other flanker.
Good call.
Nice.
All right, roll that up.
So on number 3, it's 5 and it's 4.
9 points of damage. Slam into it, destroying it.
10 on the other one.
All right, and the damage has begun. Howling in pain, screaming like wet kittens filled with hate.
I can picture
This
that.
is what happens when they don't prepare. When they don't know what fucking fight they're walking into.
It's true. They did not know what fucking fight they were walking into. Vic, you're up. Standing over a prone lurker, struggling at your feet.
I am going to take a 5-foot step back,
Yes.
make it my studied target,
Go to town.
and go to town.
It's gonna have +4 to its armor class because it is prone against a ranged attack.
That's fine with me.
I'm sorry, I had a move action.
Oh, yeah.
I would have given combat advice to Grip. That is basically, there's one exactly on the other side of you.
Go
Just
to town.
turn around and keep swinging.
Very good.
Actually, no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 5-foot step back, drink an extract.
Because you have
that's wise, buddy.
one
Hit
hit
point.
Yes.
And what I'm going to drink is I'm going to, all of a sudden, my shield pops up.
Okay, there we go.
That seems like a
Good
good
move, yeah.
decision. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
The one on the ground just stares up at Vic with hate and speaks in this language of the wild, this magical language of the wild that he doesn't even understand.
We just want to go home. Help us. Help us.
And it soars into a flanking position. But it was prone on the ground, so that's its whole turn. So Grip is now flanked
When
again.
it moves past me, don't I get an attack of
And
opportunity? on it?
doesn't it move through my... Oh, but it's invisible.
It's invisible to you, but yes,
me,
you
but
can
yes.
attack, Johnny.
I'm going to use Vanity to try to pistol whip it.
Okay.
Not the gunslinger move, but using it as
An improvised weapon.
improvised weapon.
All right, take your swing.
All right, I swing at it. Does a 15 hit it?
That is a miss.
That's what I got.
All right. It is soared into position, flanking Grip. Grip, you are up.
Either of these taken any damage?
The one that has hit you has taken magic missile damage from Dora. Not that you know that, but that's the one that Dora just told you to attack.
Right. I'm going to take a 5-foot step to get out of this flank.
Yeah.
Just north of Lurker 2. And then I'll do the full attack again.
Bring it.
+2.
Thank you. +2 to this roll. It's a fucking 15 with the advice.
Spend some stamina. Use it.
You'll get it back.
That's true. I'm gonna spend another 5 to put that up to a 20.
That's a hit. Oh no, let's check concealment. Here we go. The concealment rolls begin. 12, that's a miss. I'm re-rolling. 13.
Oh, you're kidding me with that bullshit.
That's bullshit.
That is total bullshit.
Absolute fucking garbage.
Wow. Take that second swing, Robert.
A 12 and a 13? Garbage.
No, that's an 8.
Gripper is not having a good fight.
I'm not spending another action point right now.
Gripper is not having a good fight. The cover around Dora ticks down. Dabs, you're up. There's 2 left.
Can Dabs aim through the gem of seeing and throw their +1 returning dagger?
Yes.
Great. Then I'm going to do that on the one directly south to me, Lurker 4.
All right. And you're in small Gripply form right now, right?
That's right.
All right.
Oh,
Did you roll well?
I rolled well. That's a 27.
That is a hit.
4 points of damage.
Very good. So the dagger, now in small form, thuds into the lurker, and it seems unharmed.
Right.
Not a cold iron weapon. But then it does appear back in your hand. Or does it do that at the top of the round? I think it does it at the top of the round.
Mm-hmm.
Just before the creature's next turn. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Slams into this thing unharmed. It kind of shakes it out of himself. It clatters to the ground, the surface of the tree right in front of him, where it's lying there, and it will teleport shortly back to you. Round 4. Lurker number 2 maneuvers around, hovering in open air to get back into a flank around Vic with the other remaining lurker. Makes its hover check. Here we go. Dagger coming at you. Natural 1. Natural 1.
About time.
Woo. Okay.
Needed that.
All right. Dora, you're up.
Are either of these 2 hurt?
You've hit the lurker number 2, the one on the southwest of Vic, hovering in open space. You've hit that one with magic missiles. That's it.
Well, I'll hit it with a mind thrust too.
Oh, here we go. That's a bad roll. 15. I think it's not going to cut it, is it?
fail.
All right.
27 damage.
Oh.
There it is.
There it is. It is just barely clinging to life at this point. And you do note, as you have these magic missiles, a rare fey creature that doesn't seem to have spell resistance, which is nice for once, huh?
Yes.
You want to give some combat advice to somebody?
Yes. Grip.
What?
Hang in there, buddy. Take 1 step to your right
It starts
and attack to the southwest.
Such
Right.
specific instructions.
What was that middle part again?
Just swing your blade toward Vic,
Right.
What could go wrong? Vic, you're
but
up.
not at Vic.
Oh,
So Vic, you're sandwiched between 2 invisible lurkers, one untouched, one really looking bad.
and the one that's really looking bad is number 2.
That's number 2, the one to the southwest of you.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and take a 5-foot step to get out of the flanking position that I was in.
Flanked position. Let's be clear.
Out of the
Yes, you were not in a position of advantage.
No, I was in the position of severe disadvantage
You
with
were.
literally 1 hit point. So Vic is literally
Oh, God.
like just sort of wobbling on his feet as he's just kind of like barely stepping left and right and dodging out of the way of these invisible things. So it looks like he's getting savaged by nothing in the middle of the air and firing and talking to the space around him as if he was a complete and utter madman. But
Because he is at
he
the
is,
moment.
in fact, utter madman. So he takes his 5-foot step.
Yeah.
He makes lurker number 2 his study target.
You have to spend inspiration on this?
I do not.
Oh, because you haven't done this one yet.
I have
you?
not done
Excellent.
lurker number 2 as my study target yet. Load is a free action. Another cold iron alchemical cartridge.
Yeah.
And fire. Oh, that's a 31.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's a hit.
That's 13 points, and I'm going to go ahead and spend my studied strike now, and hopefully roll high enough to finish this thing off. That's another 6 and another 1. So that's 7 plus 3. That's 20 points total.
Wow. Probably goes without saying that you blow it out of the air. Here's the complication. It goes soaring backwards and begins plummeting, which puts it in a direct trajectory to hit that leaf that the man is staked to. I'm going to call this just a straight 50-50 chance here.
You're doing really poorly with your 50-50 chances.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
Let's say 1 through 50 is bad for you. Bad for the man.
Bad for the man.
I mean, it's probably not going to be great for us if we're not able to help this guy, but...
Okay.
Yes!
Oh, 90. All right, so the thing soars up. It was shot so hard that it blasts back fully 10 feet in the air and then starts its long arcing plummet down to the ground, avoiding touching the leaf that the man is staked to. And then at this point, the last remaining lurker, looking over the edge of this tree, seeing 2 of his companions flattened on the ground 150 feet below, one dead right next to him, stares around at the 4 of you as if seeming to memorize your features, cackles a little bit, and then shoo, disappears. Spellcraft check, those of you that can make such a check and can see.
26.
So I notice a big difference.
Yes, such a difference. The fight just changed dramatically for Gripper.
32.
You both are able to tell that it just effectively did a dimension door. Give me perception checks, those of you that... Everybody but Grip, I guess, at this point. Yeah, I know.
28.
28. What about Dabwick?
25.
Nice.
Oh, that was a natural 1 for a total of 11.
All right, so... In this little hush, after the thing dimension doors away, it's very clear immediately to Dora and Dabwick that it didn't just reposition itself on the battlefield. After another little hushed moment passes where Dabs and Dora are vigorously scanning the skies all around them, knowing that this thing could have gone up to like 1,000 feet away. There is no sight of the creature. It seems as though you survived this fight, Vic, only barely. And that's the end of chapter 109. We'll pick up next time. Woo!
Bloody hell.
Every fucking fight is so tough. Dark Nexus is produced by Plug and Hum Productions. This podcast uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Incorporated, used under Paizo's fan content policy. This podcast is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, please visit paizo.com. That's Paizo.com. Dark Nexus uses music and soundscapes by Syrinscape. Check them out at Syrinscape.com. That's Syrinscape.com. Opening and closing themes, along with additional music composed by Rob Kauzlaric. Artwork for Dark Nexus is by Matt Wahlquist. And thanks to DMCP, Richard and Ari, Paul and Shannon, Scotty, Jason, Jess, Joe, Chelsea, Matt, Dave, Derek, Darren, Michaela, J.H., the Biscuit Buddies, and everyone we've gamed with over the years for all the memories and inspiration.
Click the tab. Click the skills. Can you find skills?
Stop.
Oh my god. Did you?
Yes.
Did you find that? Find the skills. Find the skills. Find the skills.
Are you looking on your sheet?
Are you even in
Have you
Roll20,
tried
bro?
turning it off and turning it on again?
Oh, I didn't mean to click tell me more. God damn it.